I'm here with Katy Reiter from Satago, and today we're going to share, or Katy's going to share, how you can reduce your debtor days, reduce your credit risk, and improve the service that you deliver to your customers. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please post them below this video and we will gladly answer them. If you like the video or you find the video useful, please tick the thumbs up and like it for me. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click that subscribe button so you get notified of any future videos that I post. Let's get started. This morning, we are going to be looking at Satago with Katy Reiter, which I'll introduce in a minute. But first, I'd just like to get the administration out of the way. So basically, Katy is going to share with you how Satago works and how it can help improve your practice from a cash flow forecast. So as we go through, I've already got some loaded questions or some pre-loaded questions from when you registered. Also, I'm going to encourage you to ask questions in the Q&A box. So if you look at the bottom of your screen, it should be on the right-hand side of the raised hands. And if you post your question in there, it'll pop up on my screen and I can ask Katy as we go through at the appropriate gap. Or alternatively, if you have any questions or anything that you want to share with us, if you post it in the chat box, then I will pick that up as well. They're over here on this screen. So I'll be able to pick that up and ask, as I say, ask Katy as I go along. As I always say, as much as when I'm watching the demonstration, I can ask questions. This is the second time that I've watched this, so I might be a bit blinded to the obvious questions that we are missing. And as I always say, it's the questions that come from you as you're watching this presentation this morning that make these types of demonstrations and presentations unique to this community. So I thank you very much for coming along. Without further ado, let me introduce you to Katy Reiter, who is going to share how Satago works for your practice and how you can help improve your cash flows and debtors and risk analysis and all the rest of it. So without further ado, can I give a warm virtual round of applause to Katy Reiter?
Thank you, Simon.
Go, Katy.
I'm going to share my screen with everybody now. Let's show you Satago, and then we're going to have a talk through, and I'm going to explain exactly how Satago can help you and your business. Just give it a second, it's just waking up. Come on, wakey wakey. Here we are. Right. Technology. So thank you for that that introduction, Simon, much appreciated. And also thank you very much for inviting me on this morning. I was just thinking, it was over 6 weeks ago, I think. Kids were still off school when we first discussed this, and I thought, oh, it's ages away, I don't need to give that any thought or concern whatsoever. And then it's just sneaked up on us. But it's great to be here, and it's fantastic that people have come to listen to me today. So we're going to be talking about Satago. We're going to be talking about how it can help an accountant's practice, but also we're going to talk about how it can help your clients and how it helps you to help your clients, if you like. Love questions, absolutely love as many questions as possible. You can keep them at the end, or as Simon said, put them in the chat box and we can answer them as we go along if appropriate. As many questions as possible, and I will do my best to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I will be completely honest and tell you, and then I will find out and let you know. So anything from anybody before we dive into the world of Satago?
Let's go, Katy, let's go.
Thank you. Right, Satago. What is Satago? So in a nutshell, it is a complete cash flow management software. What does that mean? So increasingly what we're finding is accountants are offering a more holistic advisory service to their clients. They're becoming a trusted and valued advisor. They're not just doing tax returns, compliance, or fending off HMRC where necessary. It's becoming much more about being an integral part of your client's business and advising accordingly. Now, Satago will help you to run your business. However, what we do for accountants is we give you what's known as an unlimited reseller license. So when you subscribe to Satago, you can add as many of your clients as you want onto the platform for no extra charge. So not only can you enjoy the benefits of Satago, but you can actually pass those on to your clients if you want to as well. So how do we help you help your clients? So basically, SME's debt has risen, as it says. So I think my slides are just do apologise, Simon. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Yes, thought so. I've jumped ahead. So, what do? We help clients and we help their accountants. Satago syncs with over 300 different accounting software providers, and it offers a suite of financial products over 3 areas: credit search and risk analysis, automated credit control, and access to flexible finance. We'll be talking about this in more depth as we go through. So, first of all, credit control, good credit control, starts before a business even agrees to take on a new client. So with Satago's credit search facility, you can decide who to do business with and on what terms. Now, sorry, Simon, my slides seem to be in a really bizarre order this morning. They weren't when I ran through earlier, but it's fine. We'll just do our best with it.
That's all right. Yeah, keep going.
Don't know what's going on this morning. So basically, credit control starts before you even take on a client. Now, last year, over 35,000 CCJs were registered against limited companies. Now, by using the risk insights, Satago can arm you with valuable information before you even agree credit terms. For example, it will show you the DBT. Now, why is DBT important? For example, if a client comes to you and says, "We won a fantastic new contract," great. You can look at the credit score with Satago and it will show that the DBT, days beyond terms, isn't the 30 days they expected, but it might be 50, it might even be 60. And that's fine. You can decide whether to do business with that person. However, you can decide what terms to offer them. So that's giving you the information up front that you need to decide who to work with, and more importantly, what terms to offer, and indeed, who not to work with.
So Katy, just a quick question on that then. Where does Satago get that DBT from? Is it collected from Xero data or QuickBooks data when you connect it to the software, or does it come from a credit reference agency? Where does that figure come from?
Yeah, thanks, Simon. That comes from a credit reference agency. Yeah,
okay.
So we pull that in from a credit reference agency. Now, the really important bit about credit checking is doing it ongoing. Because I was speaking to an accountant the other day and they'd credit checked somebody 3 years ago and then taken them on. And the credit profile was really good, fantastic. 3 years later, there were some major issues. And when they credit checked them again, their risk profile had become extremely high. Now, what Satago will do is Satago will update constantly on your clients. We talk to the credit reference agencies regularly, and we pull information from Companies House as well. So if your client or your client's client risk profile changes, you will know. You will know ahead of that.
And just to be clear, and I know we've not got to the pricing structure not yet, but each of those reports or each of those interrogations of the DBT, they are included in the subscription. You don't have to pay 10 quid every time you do it. It's included within the subscription.
Yeah. With the accountant's package, you get unlimited access to the credit searches.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. So, practice analysis. Obviously, we've looked at a general credit search. This is more specific to your practice. We look at the risk in more depth and specifically to you and your client's business. It's giving you a clear overview of debtors and what the exposure to risk is. It's showing you what's outstanding, but more importantly, which invoices pose the most significant risk to you. Your riskiest invoices might not even be due yet. However, what this allows you to do is identify potential risks and not just problems when it's gone wrong. So you can have the conversation before it's a problem. You can have a conversation, for example, somebody that you are working with, their risk profile has gone up. And because you've got Satago, you know this. It's told you that their risk profile has changed from very low risk to very high risk. So now you can have that conversation that says, is there an issue? Are you having cash flow problems? Is there anything that we can do to help you? Rather than the conversation that goes, oi, where's my money? Because nobody actually wants to have that conversation. Now, as Simon's pointed out, once you get the practice edition as an accountant, you can offer that service to your clients as well as part of the package. And there's no additional charge for that at the basic level. Obviously, if you decided to charge for that, that would be entirely between you and your clients. So, We're going to move on to credit control. Absolutely fascinating credit control. Everyone loves it. Absolutely not. They don't. Credit control's possibly not the most exciting of topics. I'll be completely honest, although I'm going to do my best to make it as interesting as I can. As a species, we don't really like asking people for money. It's not really, I don't know if it's a British thing or a human thing or what, but generally speaking, it's not a comfortable thing to do to chase debtors. It'd be very unusual if anyone woke up on a Monday morning and thought, fantastic, I get to spend all day chasing my debtors today. People just don't want to do it. And even accountants who are probably more financially savvy than most people aren't necessarily that comfortable with it, and they don't want to spend too much time on it, whether it's for the practice or whether they're doing it for their clients. So the idea behind Satago and other automated credit control systems is it just goes on in the background. It happens naturally. It runs in the background, getting you and your clients paid on time or even early. In fact, if you've got a good credit control system in place, getting paid on time should just be a natural consequence of that happening. However, automated credit control is brilliant, but you could lose that human touch. So what you need is you need an automated system that's very customizable and easily changeable. So you need a good system that's running in the background, allowing you and your clients to get on with running or expanding your business if that's what you're doing, or even at the moment just trying to recover from COVID. So every single invoice counts. Having a full order book is no use if you're not getting paid or you have to spend too much time chasing those debts. Now, according to a report by TechRadar, late payments to SMEs have actually doubled since 2018. So getting the money in quickly and as easily as possible is the key to success and possibly even survival. But how much time and effort is this going to take? Well, with a system like Satago, it just happens. It's very easy to install, it's very easy to set up, and the key is it's very easy to change. Now, I spoke to an accountant recently who was having trouble getting paid by a client. They bumped into them on the golf course, a conversation was had, and as you can imagine, payment was made pretty quickly the next day. But imagine you or your client speaks to or bumps into on the golf course or high street or whatever, somebody who owes them money and it's overdue. So say that happens on a Thursday and they say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I forgot all about it. I'll pay you first thing Monday morning. Great. How's it going to look if they get an automated reminder on Friday? It's going to look like you haven't listened to them. It's going to look like you're not in charge of your credit control. And it could even make them think, do you know what? I'm not paying that now. Or they can just wait for the money. With Satago, you can go in and literally in a matter of seconds with one click, you can turn off that reminder. However, Monday morning comes, they haven't paid you. With Satago, 2 seconds, one click, the reminder's coming, the reminder's going back out again. So basically, credit control in a nutshell is have a good automated credit control system, but make sure it suits your business. Make sure there are good templates in there so you can decide exactly how you want to do your credit control. And then when it's set up, it just happens organically, it happens naturally, and you get paid on time. And that's basically the credit control. So, single invoice finance. Now, with the best will in the world, sometimes it does go wrong. So perhaps people haven't credit checked properly. Perhaps they didn't note the DBT. Perhaps they thought, I'm getting paid in 30 days, but it actually turns out to be 50 days. So now what? With Satago, your clients have access to single invoice finance. Excuse me. This is underwritten by Satago. They might need to just free up some cash from outstanding invoices to invest in their company. They might need to buy a bit of equipment to complete one particular job and get paid. So via the Satago platform, you can access single invoice finance for your clients. It's extremely quick and easy to apply, and we have a transparent fee structure. If they decide, once they've looked at the fees and they're completely comfortable with it, and they want to proceed, once we've done the checks at our end, we pay out extremely quickly. They can also repay early at any time and the fees will stop. Now that's the benefit to your clients. You are helping them, you are pointing them in the direction of somebody who can help them to improve their cash flow with finance. It may be that you point them in the direction of a bank. It might be that you advise them to take an overdraft. But if you feel it's appropriate and they want to look at it, single invoice finance is a part of the platform. Now, as an accountant, if you choose to, you can take commission on any fees paid to Satago through the single invoice finance. Now, I'll be completely honest with you, it's not going to make you rich. However, it will give your business a little bit of a boost, and who knows, it can pay for the annual Christmas party or something. And of course, if we are even allowed to have Christmas parties by then, because I hear this morning that Christmas may be cancelled or similar. So, to summarise, sorry, Simon, please.
That's all right, Kate. Just on that invoice discount, just
Yes.
so just the practicalities of how that works. So
Right.
what I'm visualising is the accountancy practice. In my case, Greenstones. We subscribe to Satago and we connect it to the Greenstones Zero, and therefore it gets all of the data. We can then also connect it to our customers. So let's say ABC Limited. We connect their Zero software into our version of Satago.
Yep.
Yeah, and we can then give them information around their DBTs and their debtor risk and all the rest of it. Can the customer also get access to it their end so they can see it and monitor it?
Absolutely. What you can do is you can either, as you say, with Zero, for example, though we do sync with most packages, when you connect to Satago, it will suck all the information in from your Zero. Okay. That will then access all your clients. Okay. If you have access to their Zero, you can add that on as well. So with regards to the finance, what there is there will be an area on their platform, or yours if you're managing it for them, and it will just give the option of single invoice finance.
So they can go in and effectively press the button and request it. Because I would just be a bit nervous about pressing it on their behalf.
No. We wouldn't let you do that, Simon. We wouldn't let you do that. Yeah, basically what they do is they apply and they just simply say something like, are you prepared to lend on these 5 invoices? And they just put that into the platform and they load those off their Zero into the platform. And then we will look at them and we will go, well, I'll tell you what, we'll lend on 1, 3, and 5. And this is what it will cost you. Do you want to proceed? Press another button. Yes, please. Then we do our final checks and then we give them the money. And then it goes into a third section, which shows which invoices have been lent on.
Excellent. And I know you said during the course of the conversation, extremely quickly.
Yeah.
Extremely quickly is extremely quick. Are we talking minutes, hours, days?
Seconds, Simon. No, not quite. Seconds, no. Basically, obviously, we have to do our checks. Actually applying takes a matter of minutes, the application. We do our checks. Now, the checks are as quick as as the applicant and their people who have the invoices make it. So if we're waiting for information from people, then obviously it takes longer.
Okay.
If we get everything we need in a timely fashion, we can have the money in their account within days.
Excellent. Brilliant.
And once we get final sign off, and once it's all approved, they will get the money the same day.
Excellent. And then David's asked, just for clarity, is it just Zero that it works with, or does it work with QuickBooks too?
QuickBooks, Free Agent, Sage, you name it, basically. There are a few very slightly obscure ones. We can even work with desktop. In fact, I actually have an accountant in North Yorkshire, and they don't use cloud accounting. Okay. Would you believe? They use Word, bizarrely, but anyway. However, a lot of their clients have Zero, so we've been able to set it up so that they can use it for their clients, but not themselves. But yeah, Free Agent, not a problem. Extremely quick and easy. And I think one of the questions that we've got at the end is around connections. So I'll be explaining a little bit more then about how very, very easy it is. So thanks for the question, David. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Katie.
Thank you. So just a bit of a summary, really. How can Satago benefit your practice? So basically, it's a value add. You're giving an additional service and you're looking at potential risks, not just problems. You can use it to attract new clients if you want, and we can help with this. I have a series of PDFs, slides, email templates, things like that, that you can show to your clients to explain to them why you want them on Satago as well. So you can grow your business, but some people might want some more revenue, but you don't actually want to expand the business. You don't want to take on more staff on your premises. That's no problem, because as I said, you get an unlimited reseller license and there's no charge to you for that basic package. What you charge for it is entirely up to you. We don't get involved with that. I have accountants charge nothing. I have accountants charge quite a bit. It's whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever works with your business specifically. Now, some accountants would perhaps like to do more credit control and again, can create a new revenue stream, but they might be thinking, is it worth it? How much time is it going to take? Is it going to be worth my while financially to do credit control for these clients? I had an accountant say to me the other day that she believes that the 20 hours she spends just doing one client's credit control can be reduced to 1 or 2 hours once she's got them onto Satago. So that means she's got an extra 18 hours to spend doing something else, or in the time she was doing credit control for one customer, she could do credit control for 10 and charge accordingly. So not only is she able to increase her revenue, but her clients are getting a much better and more efficient system that's helping them get paid on time. So now we've got a happy accountant and we've got happy clients. So win-win. And that's what Satago is all about. We want to help accountants, but we want them to be able to help their clients as well, which is why we give you the unlimited reseller license. So basically, everyone's got a better service and everyone's happy. So what does it specifically do for your clients? They can choose who to do business with and on what terms, and you can advise accordingly. You can tell them that the DBT isn't what they might expect, so they need to allow for that. And if they're still comfortable doing business with that person, fantastic. I know accountants that have been in positions where they've had somebody come to them and they've said, we've got a fantastic new contract and it's with a household name and they're very excited about it. And we're going to get paid within 30 days. It's going to be fantastic. And with Satago, the accountant's able to go to them and say, you know what, you're not going to get paid within 30 days from that client. If you still want to work with them, fantastic. Congratulations on winning that client. But you do need to know the genuine picture before you do business with them to check that you're comfortable with that and to check you're not in a position of late payments causing issues for your business. Additionally, not only is credit control time consuming, it can be a little bit awkward. And if you get it wrong, it can damage relationships with their customers. As we said, the example of being able to switch on and off the reminders is absolutely crucial, because you don't want to be sending reminders out when they shouldn't be going, just because that's automatically built into the system. So for no or little outlay for your clients, they are going to get paid faster. It's going to improve their cash flow, and they are doing business with the right people, setting the right terms, and getting paid on time. And if they need it, they can boost their finances with access to very, very easy invoice finance. So what do accountants say about us? Now, I have actually mentioned some of my accountants. I do have some happy accountants, which is fantastic. That's the whole point of why I do the job, really. I do like to have happy accountants. So if you can imagine what they say about us, I've mentioned a few, but these are the ones who are happy to go on record with us. So Jane says that in less than 2 months, they've managed to, in less than 2 months, they've managed to collect over £130,000 for one of their clients. Now that client is happy. Jane is happy. In fact, Jane's a bit of a hero, I would imagine, at this point. So imagine one of your clients has been able to collect over £130,000 of past due items, largely down to a system that you have introduced them to. You're going to be an absolute hero. They're not going to leave you to go anywhere else. They're going to ask you to be more involved in their business. And not only are you now acting in an advisory capacity, but you've got a new revenue stream as well. So it works for you and it works for your clients. And that, in a nutshell, is Satago, really. Hopefully I've covered the basics. If anybody wants any more information, my contact details are here on screen. Hopefully there's some more questions to come, because as I said, I love questions and I do my best to answer them. If anybody does want to get in touch, please do it via the contact details here, because what I'm able to do is anybody who gets in touch and says they've seen the webinar, I am able to provide a small discount for the first 3 months of Satago. So it's important, if you do want to join us, speak to me first so you can access that discount. But if you don't want to join us straight away, you just want to have a chat about it, always happy to talk. Simon knows I do like to talk. So I'm more than happy to talk to anybody. So that's really all I wanted to say about Satago, apart from hopefully we've got lots of lovely questions to come as well.
Brilliant, Katie. Thank you very much. So I've put those contact details in the chat box as well. So if anybody wants to cut and paste them off, then you can do that. And as Katie said, if you contact Katie, if you tell them that you're part of Socks Up Simon or part of the Accountants Mastermind, then there's a small discount. Now, can we talk about prices, Katie? Because when we went through the process, when I went through the demonstration for the first time, it surprised me on all of the stuff that you could get and the way that you could work with your customers, and then the investment. And I know this is not negotiating from my perspective, but the investment wasn't.
Are you after a freebie, Simon?
That's
that
right. Yeah. Wasn't as high as what I perhaps thought it could be. So, what sort of money are we looking at, Katie?
Right, it's incredibly low, Simon. I'll be honest with you. If you imagine credit search, you can be charged £50 a month for credit search alone. So with Satago, you're getting credit search, risk insights, credit control, and access to finance for £50 a month plus VAT as an accountant. And like I said, we are able to offer a discount if anyone contacts me through here. Just to put that into context, we don't have any direct competitors. We don't have anybody who offers the same package. If you were to pick and choose from various other providers, you could be paying up to £200 to get the same as Satago offers you in one place and for one incredibly low price. Now, your clients, as I said, on the basic package, they get all that included. There's no extra charge to you. As I said, if you choose to make a charge for that, entirely your decision. There is also a premium package, which is just £20 a month plus VAT, which you can offer to your clients. And again, we will charge you £20 a month plus VAT. What you charge, entirely up to you.
So what's in the premium then for the extra £20? So for the £50 a month, you get unlimited customers from a practice perspective.
Correct.
And you also get unlimited customers that can have their customers on it. Is that
That's right. No, you've got that absolutely right. So the basic package, which again, forget the accountants package, that's different, but this is the basic and premium package to the clients. There's one package for accountants and it's basically a premium plus, and that's just what you get. Okay. So basic, no charge to you. They can access 3 full credit reports a year.
Okay.
That's the basic package. Premium, £25 per month plus VAT. They can access 25 full reports per year. The other thing they get, which is important, is they get integrated email, and accountants get this as standard. So all emails on the accountants package and on the premium package come out from an email address that is just purely yours. No mention of Satago. On the basic package for your clients, it will come from a Satago domain.
Okay. So
most clients don't have an issue with that, but if they do, then they need to be upgraded to the premium.
Okay, so if they want to, so if they want to use it in anger, for so to speak, so if they want to use it fully, then there's a commitment of £20 a month in order for them to do it. But we could do it on their behalf and charge them for the privilege as part of our accountant's subscription.
Absolutely, you absolutely could.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. And then, so I've got some more questions. Sandy, who's on the call, Sandy's in the US. Do you work in the US or is it just UK based?
Sorry, Sandy, just UK for now. If you've got a lot of UK customers, then perhaps we can talk about it. I would suggest we are changing all the time. We are expanding and, you know, speak to me, but not yet. But let me know, Sandy. And if you give me your contact details, as soon as that changes, I'll get in touch and let you know. I will make some inquiries about when that's going to be happening as well. So if you want to get in touch, Sandy, I might be able to give you some more specific timeframes on that. So thank you.
Excellent, thank you. And I know Sandy's got a little practice in the UK, so it might be appropriate for the practice in the UK and not the practice in the US. But welcome a conversation. And then David has asked in the Q&A box, and this is something that's come up quite a bit within the pre-registration questions, and I'm going to ask it, but from the point of view of not expecting you to know what Chaser does, because you're not here obviously to promote Chaser. But
I do know what Chaser does.
Okay.
I do know what Chaser does. And so you're wanting to know, how is Satago better than Chaser?
Oh no, different to different to Chaser, I think is the phrase that I would use, Katie. But yeah, so what is the difference? Do I need both? Do I need one
Yeah,
or the other?
no,
Or
no.
what?
Yeah, no, it's a really good question. It does come up quite a bit. So thanks for that, David, and anyone else who's asked that. Thank you. Chaser. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Chaser. I am not going to say anything bad about Chaser whatsoever. And if you want something that's just going to chase your invoices for you, fine, go with Chaser. That's absolutely fine. Satago offers a lot more. Chaser will not give you the credit search. Chaser will not give you the risk insights. And Chaser will not give you access to the invoice finance. Now, I believe, and I apologize if I'm wrong here, if an SME goes direct to Chaser, they can pay £45 a month just for chasing invoices. So £50 a month to the accountants, and as part of your package free to all your clients, you get the credit control that Chaser offers, but so much more. Credit search, risk insights, access to the invoice finance. Now, I think I said earlier when you talked about pricing, Simon, that if you added up all of Satago's different parts and priced them separately, you could be looking at £200 a month. So if you want to Chaser and then you want to add everything on separately, it's going to cost you an awful lot more than just one simple, easy subscription to Satago, and everything is in one place. And that is the big difference between us and Chaser.
Thank you. And then the difference between the basic and the premium subscriptions we've touched on. And then a technical question. When emailing from inside the software, will a trail be retained on the email server?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as I said, as an accountant, it comes out from your address, not a Satago address at all. So it comes out directly from you. That's really important, because if you can imagine, if you're chasing somebody for money and it comes from Satago, they're thinking, who's that? Oh, I'm not paying that. But if it comes from your accountant, it's like, oh, I think I'd better pay that. Yeah, Satago syncs with the email. We do recommend that you use a generic email, so accounts@accountantsmastermind.com rather than somebody's name, purely so that everybody can access it, so that if somebody's on holiday or sick, whatever, it's easier for everybody to access the Satago platform rather than swapping passwords around. Although you can have multiple users, that's not a problem whatsoever. Now, the good thing about the way the email is set up is there's a very clear trail. So it's good for audit, or if there's been any disputes whatsoever, it's all there very clearly in black and white, what's been delivered, who it's been delivered to. You can also set up an escalation email. So once your credit control has emailed the same person 3 or 4 times with no joy, you can send it to Mr. Managing Director as well. And that usually gets a bit of a response, we tend to find. So yeah, absolutely syncs with your email, and it will all be in your whichever outbox or inbox you choose. And it's held separately in Satago and shows the trail there as well, and when it's been delivered. So the answer to the question, pardon me babbling, but the basic answer to that question is yes.
So that will go in, the email will be stored within Satago and within your email client. So if you use Outlook, it'll be in Outlook. If you use Gmail, it'll be in Gmail, or wherever you.
Okay. Absolutely. Whatever you decide to sync it with, that's where it will be, in both places.
Thank you. And then David's asked, roughly how long does it take to set it all up?
Oh, it's so quick, David. It's so quick and easy. It's very intuitive. It talks you through it. There's a task board, is the first page on Satago when you join. And your task board is there to sort of, it nags you. If you haven't done anything, it'll say, you haven't done this bit yet, you haven't done that bit yet. It really talks you through it. And because you're attaching your cloud software, your Xero, your Sage to it, it can suck everything in from there. Now, I was doing a setup, and I am happy to help with setups. I do this every day. I let the accountant do the setup, but I'm there online as well. If they need to, they share their screen with me, talk them through it if necessary. And the other day, I was helping an accountant attach her clients and via her Xero, and within, I think it was less than a minute, we'd pulled in 800 Xero clients straight in. It's really, really quick and easy. So no problem at all. But we do have online support. I'm always available if I'm around. We've got fantastic customer service people. So if you ever have a problem with your initial install or anything ongoing, we're always here to help. But I'll be honest, Satago's really, really easy. You do not have to be some sort of tech genius to use it, because if you did, I wouldn't be here right now because believe me, I am not a tech genius by any stretch of the imagination. But Satago is really, really quick and easy to use. But virtually anybody can do it, really.
Okay, thank you. A tech
Thank you, David.
genius, yeah. Do you offer a free trial of the software?
No, we do not. We do not offer a free trial of the software. And I'll be totally honest, Simon, I make no apology for that whatsoever. When you look at how much money you can save by using Satago, and if you look at how much effort and time you can save, and you look at the service that you can offer to your clients, I make no apology for the fact that we charge. And I also don't think we charge very much either. When you compare it to what you'd have to pay to build your own package, I think we're incredibly reasonable. Okay. However, as I said, and you've mentioned as well, that I can offer a discount if people were to come via me. And I've just seen Gavin's just popped up and told me there's a 14-day free trial on the website. Oh, Gavin, thank you for that. There wasn't when I last checked, but I will check that. Obviously, if anybody sees that and they want to come via me, I will more than happy to honour that if that's on the website. For accountants, yeah, absolutely, not a problem. If that's on the website, Gavin, then I will offer that as well.
Perfect.
Apologies for any confusion.
That's right. So if anybody comes via you, they get the 14 free days, and then they get the bit of the discount as well that you can offer as coming via us. Just whilst we're on that, and it's a question that I forgot to ask earlier: is there a minimum term? So are we signing up for life, or is it a day? Or...
We want your firstborn child, Simon. No, okay. Not at all. The beauty of Satago is we do it on a rolling contract, so you can stop it at any time, and we do that because we're not worried about it. We found that once people have given us a try, once people have introduced us to their clients, they generally stay with us. So you're on a rolling monthly contract, so you can stop it at any time if it's not working for you. We're not signing you up for 6, 12, 18, 24 months or anything like, I think some of the credit reference agencies want a longer contract out of you. We don't work like that.
Thank you. And I think I've gone through the questions. I've asked all the questions just to give anybody an opportunity to shout out if they wanted to. My last question is around developments. So there's lots of software out there at the moment, and as with all these things, new shiny objects and all the rest of it, are you in a position, or are there any developments coming along? That what's the next thing that Satago is going to be up to?
Yeah, we are. We've got a really, really good development team, and we're constantly evolving. I don't know if anyone knows the Satago of a few years ago, but I'm dealing with a lot of clients at the moment who signed up with us in 2017, 2018. And one of them said to me the other day, what's the difference between Satago then and now? And I wasn't with Satago in 2018. And I asked my boss, I said, what's the difference? And he said, everything. It's a completely different animal than it was in 2018. And we're constantly developing. We've got a great software team. We're looking at different integrations. We're looking at how to work, as Sandy said, with EU and overseas clients, because we do appreciate that accountants do have clients not in the UK as well. So we're looking at how to work with different currencies. We're looking at how to work with different countries. Obviously, it's quite a difficult thing to work with lots of different countries because everywhere's different. Obviously, we've got Brexit, so we need to quite figure out how we're working within and without the EU with that. So we're constantly evolving. I talk to accountants every day. If accountants say to me, oh, it'd be great if you could do this in the future, or I'd like it to be able to do that, it goes straight back to tech. It goes straight back to our developers. We actually have a specific area within the company where we can discuss things that our customers would like. So that all goes in there. So any feedback, anyone looks at Satago and thinks it'd be great if that was slightly different, then please let me know. I'll feed it back, and you never know. It could actually happen. It could happen.
Thank you. And I think that's answered all the questions that I've got come up. Richard's just sneaked in. Is there a limit to how many invoices can be chased or escalated for payment?
No. Very simply, Richard, no, there is not. There's no limit to your use on Satago. If it's coming in from your cloud package, it will be chased on Satago. Simple.
Thank you. And that is the last one. So I'm going to say thank you very much, Katy, for coming along this morning and sharing with the community how Satago works. Richard just said thank you. And it's been a delight. And I know it's something that we as a practice are going to be looking at shortly after we've just finished off one of the projects that we're currently that we're working on, and Sandy says thank you too. So without further ado, I say thank you very much and give you a virtual round of applause.
Thank you, Simon.
And as I always say to anybody that's watching this video, if you've got anything that any questions that you've got or any answers that you need, if you post them in the Facebook group or post them in the comments underneath this video, if you're watching on YouTube, then myself will make sure that Katy is there to answer them. So thank you very much, and we will see you again soon.
Thank you. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.